This is my audience. Hold on. I think it went. There you go. Okay.
Okay, today I'm going to be talking to you about child abuse. Child abuse, there are 4 different types of child abuse. It's neglect, emotional, physical, and sexual abuse. The first one I'm going to talk to you about today is physical abuse. Physical abuse is when someone is beating or hurting someone, like a parent or a sibling to a child. It's very common these days for someone to do that, even when growing up, to live in a household with that. It also gives them a lot of hard time to grow up with physical abuse because they think that it's all right for them to do that to someone else. The next one I'm going to be talking to you about is neglect. Now, neglect, there's 4 different types of neglect. There's physical, emotional, medical, and educational. Physical is basically when someone when someone doesn't provide shelter or doesn't give them nutrition, food, or they just, they really don't care what the child is doing. The other one is emotional, not giving your child enough attention, loving or affection. It can also cause them to grow up and to feel left out and feel like closed behind. There's also another one is medical, and medical meaning not providing enough health care for them, giving them, taking them to their doctor visits on time, giving them medicine if they need it, if they're sick, brushing their teeth, going to the dentist every 6 to a year. They're supposed to make an appointment 6 months to a year. And also educational. Educational is really the most important type of child neglect also, because there's a lot of kids out there that don't go to school and kids don't, the parents don't mind, they don't care. And it's not supposed to be like that. And a lot of kids these days get into a lot of trouble, so it hurts them a lot. Okay, so emotional, today I'm going to talk to you again about emotional abuse. And emotional abuse is basically not enrolling your kid in school can be one of them, or failure, it can also be a failure in their life. Because if they don't go to school, they're not going to have no education, going to look for a job. They won't have any basic life training, if you're not there for them. Also, the other one I want to talk to you about is sexual abuse. Sexual abuse it's very hard to tell when sexual abuse is going on. Other than you can tell if child neglect, if a child's not being taken care of, rather than if a child's being sexually abused, it's harder to figure out because it's not seeable in someone's eyes. Some things you can figure out in sexual abuse is maybe if they're walking differently, maybe if they have difficulty of talking to people, being closed off. Also, they said that they can have failure in life, and not having relationships with other people. So it's being a mother or a parent, having to do all these things is what you have to do in order to be a good parent. Also, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is physical abuse. The common warning signs of physical abuse you can see bruises, welts, or cuts, and also you can see sometimes they have welts from a belt or someone slapping them or just any kind of an indication knowing what they're doing. So that's basically what I'm going to be talking about today. Take this seriously. Take this seriously. If you ever see a child in distress, neglected, being abused, or anything, call childabuse.org or call them or report it to an official. Thank you.